display. Am I recording? I am recording. How about that? Okay. Oh well, we can edit it later. Anyway, here's Smugglers. We are stopped here before we start making the final passage home. These gorgeous, gorgeous rocks. And then they change from gorgeous rocks to regular Santa Cruz Island. And then here's the harbor. Right up there, you can't see it very well, but there's an entire, I think it's an olive grove from the old ranchers back in the day when they had this whole island for sheep and grazing and cattle from a guy who was in the 1850s who supplied the miners for gold rush with all their supplies, then took his money, banked it in San Francisco, had his own company, and then moved to the islands here intermittently, but made this into quite an enterprise amongst his family, segued it over to his daughters, who then, courtesy of their marriage, managed to screw it all up and was left with nothing. So now the island is part sanctuary, and there's a little bit left of the ranch with one of the 7 sisters. But Smugglers and this area was one of the highlights of that because it was an easy access point. As you can see right there in that grove of trees right there. I believe there's some ranch houses in there as well. I'll get a confirmation of that. You can see the road right above it as well that leads up into the hills. But anyway, this is where we're at on Santa Cruz Island, and there's a few other boats. And then if I look out toward the ocean, or to the east actually, there is Anacapa Island, and there's some sailboats there. And then, like much of the time, there's a mermaid in the water. The mermaid has a name. Her name is Lori. And she jumps in the water every chance she gets without wetsuits because the water is so nice and warm. And that's where we're at right now. Mr. Dinghy is sitting here aside, ready to go across the channel. So this is, half hour before we start the crossing to home to Santa Barbara to end what has been a wonderful, wonderful trip. And this is what the ocean looks like out there. And this is me signing off.